The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is seriously a one-of-a-kind phenomenon. It joins the ever-growing list of 2010 games that sparked massive fan bases and became instant cult classics like Minecraft, Among Us, and even Fortnite, just to name a few others that became a pretty big icon in the industry. You may not like that they became icons, but they did. But besides that, Five Nights at Freddy's was an instant horror classic for its time, skyrocketing in popularity in just the first year of its release. It immediately became a hot success in the world of online gaming and social media, still having a massive success till this day. But today I'm not here to talk about its popularity, that's already been done. Today I'm here to talk about the original FNAF game, the one that started it all, and what makes the original game so scary. The era of horror games back then weren't the scariest of things compared to the games we have nowadays. But for its time, Five Nights at Freddy's would make anyone that's anyone jump out of their seats screaming. The first Five Nights at Freddy's game takes place in an old beat-up pizzeria. Just the environment alone can make it just as scary as the animatronics. Something about the dark misconception that keeps this place so mysterious makes it so scary. Delving deep into the lore of FNAF itself, learning that these animatronics aren't just robots, they're souls of the children that had been killed at this place called Five Nights at Freddy's. Something about this classic feeling of some old beat-up 80s pizzeria made it so much more intriguing. It's something that hadn't really been done previously by other games, and that's what set FNAF aside from the rest of the horror games at the time. The design of these animatronics we see in FNAF are supposed to be something friendly and greedful, yet there's something oddly disturbing about them. Something that is just not right. Something about the eyes of these animatronics. They seem too small for even the mask to completely showcase them, which leaves a black outline surrounding the eyes, which gives them this extra lifeless feel, like this isn't even their true face. Most of the animatronics' faces show little to no emotion at all, which makes them seem more sinister to the eyes of the innocent players. These animatronics aren't designed to look happy, sad, or even angry. They're just there in their most lifeless format, which sort of brings chills down your spine as they stare at you through the cameras. The atmosphere of the Five Nights at Freddy's games alone is peak. You sit there in silence as you occasionally hear the uncertain noises. All you ever really hear is the dark, lifeless footsteps of the animatronics as they walk down the hallways. And sometimes the annoyance of Chica knocking over pots and pans in the kitchen area. But also not being able to actually see what she is doing. It gives that unknowingness factor to the game. It throws another mystery onto the pile of the ever-growing uncertainties of FNAF itself. The game feeds you very little information as to what's actually happening, which creates this uncomfortable lurking scariness that gives you just enough to make your heart start racing. Even if you've never played FNAF yourself, just watching lore videos alone can scare you just as enough as the game itself can. But the true question is, though, is FNAF really all that terrifying?